Hey guys, what is up? It is Nathan here. And I got a new phone. I finally got rid of my iPhone 11 after 2 years. I got the smaller iPhone, smaller of the two iPhone 13 Pros. And by the way, this video I have sort of a script. So if you see me looking down on my phone, that's exactly why. I'm going to cover a few things. I've only had the phone a few days, but I think I have a good idea of the general consensus with a lot of the stuff. The battery, the cameras, the screen, the software, all the stuff that is new about the phone. I really liked the iPhone 11, but its battery life kind of became subpar. And from what I've heard, the 12 was worse. The normal 12 was worse, and 12 Pro and 12 Pro Max were not as good as the 11 and the 11 Pro Max in terms of battery life, but they had a better design. And then they also had a 120 hertz display, or they didn't. They had a 60 hertz screens. They've all had 60 hertz screens. In a world where now 120 hertz screens are on budget phones, it's kind of meh. But the new 13, or the new 13 Pro and the 13 Pro Max do have 120 hertz screens. They have better cameras, brand new cameras. They have amazing battery life, which was what I was concerned about. And they are going to get supported for at least 5 years. So, I mean, yeah, that's the start of this video. Stay tuned. So let's start with where I was first. I had an iPhone 11 to start, like I mentioned, and its battery life was not very good. If I had low power mode on, it could last me through a full day, but if I didn't have that on, it wouldn't. I had to charge it twice a day at least, because I have really heavy usage. And today, I've been trying to figure out like exactly where I stand on the Pro, because I really, spoiler alert, I really like the phone. It's the best the best iPhone and the best phone I've ever used. And I've used a lot of phones. The design is really cool. It's almost unchanged from the 12 series, all of them. The 13 mini, the 13 Pro, and the 13 Pro Max, they're all pretty much the same design. The 13 and the 13 mini now have diagonal camera, but the 13 Pro, which this video is about, it just has bigger cameras, and actually a brand new camera, and a brand new camera system. So it has a normal camera, or a regular sensor, and ultra wide, and a telephoto. And they're fantastic. They're just massive. I mean, like, it takes up like a significant chunk of the phone. And it rocks significantly on the table as well, before I put the case on, of course. And it actually still does, a little bit. This also has MagSafe now. It's really cool because the design is fantastic. I really like the design. I didn't get the bigger Pro Max. I know the battery life is better, but that's a big phone. It's a 6.7-inch screen. It's a big phone, and the battery life's already fantastic on this one. So, and this one's the same size as my 11, more or less. So, I like it. It's very it's a very nice, like I said, it's a very nice size, and it's slightly heavier. All of the 13s are heavier than the 12s, because they actually have bigger batteries. So that's cool. That's a welcome improvement. Like physically bigger batteries. Um, and it's actually it's good. Now the battery for me, like on my 11, I got between 4 and 5 hours on a good day with my heavy usage, and I had to usually charge it once and then a partial charge to get me through the day. With the 13, and this is today, the battery stats are sitting at, like, right now on this phone. I'm just going to look right now. Right now, I'm sitting at 42%. I took the, I took I took the phone off the charger at 8:36. Oh, my MagSafe charger over there at 8:36. Um, and I haven't put it on the charger since. It is at, it is currently 4 in the afternoon, and it's at 42%. With my heavy usage. This is usually when I would have to. This is usually when my iPhone 11 was at, like 20%, 15%. So this is definitely a significant improvement. And what needs to be known is that I charged my iPhone 11 every night and took it off the charger at between 9 and 10 o'clock, compared to this one, which I got at 8 because my sleep schedule was messed up. But I took this one off the charger at 8, and it's lasted at least twice as long as my iPhone 11 would, like on its own, without having to charge it at all. And it's 4 in the afternoon when I'm filming this, so that's 8 hours of battery life, almost 8 hours. But I'm sure I can get between 8 and 9 hours with this phone with my heavy usage. So I'm sure you could probably make it, if you have really light usage, you could probably make it like 2 days, fairly easily. And that's with the 120 hertz screen, which, by the way, let's talk about that screen. The screen is fantastic. Like I said, an iPhone 11 does not have a 120 hertz screen. It's 60 hertz. And not only is this a higher refresh rate, it's also ProMotion. So, which again, like the physically bigger battery, it helps with battery life. And the 13 Pro Max has even better battery life, between 1 and 3 hours better battery life than this. And this one's already fantastic for me. And so I think that with that screen, and it's a beautiful screen. This is at this low of brightness, and it's still fantastic. I'm scrolling through it right now. Fantastic. It's hard to show on a 60 hertz video, or a 30 FPS video. And that's the thing is that with ProMotion, it goes down to 10 hertz when you're just on a home screen or something. So that's really cool. And it also has improved brightness, along with it being just a good Apple OLED. It has improved brightness where it can go up to 1,000 nits of brightness. You can barely see the apps. This is why. It's because I just put it all the way up to 1,000 nits of brightness. This is like this much battery. It's like less than half battery, and it's already almost blowing out my camera. So this is a really good phone, and a very good phone screen, and good battery. Now, In terms of the specs, there's nothing to worry about because it has the A15 Bionic, 6 gigs of RAM. It flies through everything. I mean, and it's going to get updates for years to come. I mean, for God's sake, the iPhone 6S just got its seventh major update, iOS 15. So it'll be supported for at least 7 years if they don't give it iOS 16. So, or it already has been supported for 6 going on 7 years. And this is an absolutely fantastic phone, and it's going to get more updates. It's going to get at least 5 years of updates. And the 11 was already going to get at least 2 more years of updates. So this is fine in terms of updates. This is fine, and it does what I need. It does what I need it to do. It flies through applications. Everything, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, everything I do on a daily basis. And before I go any further, I do need to mention that the notch is smaller. The problem with the notch being smaller is that it shows no more information, so I don't really care. I would love a battery percentage. They're not giving us a battery percentage, so I don't really care. I can't show any more information on the screen with a smaller notch, so it doesn't matter, and it's only 20% smaller, and it's slightly taller, so it cuts into 18:9 video, which not very annoying to me, but annoying to other people. Still a hindrance, though. Now, in terms of the cameras, I've had nothing but good things to say about the cameras. They're sharp, they're detailed. The video is, once again, second to none. It has the best video in any phone. Easily one of the top 5 cameras on any smartphone. The only thing that I can really think of that even comes close to this level of quality in a camera is the Pixel 6, or the Pixel 6 Pro, I should say. And I haven't handled a Pixel 6 Pro. What I do know is that I've handled an S21 Ultra, I've handled a Note 21 Ultra, I've handled this phone, and I've handled the normal Pixel 6. And I've also handled the Pixel 5. And none of them even come close to just a generally smooth experience like this one does. The closest in terms of quality was the S21 Ultra in my testing. And it was a very limited testing, but this still performs better. It's overall a fantastic camera. It's not super great at any one thing other than video. In terms of cinematic mode, I guess I'll wait and see, but because I don't particularly care about cinematic mode, but the camera as a whole, while also being super reflective, is a fantastic camera set. Now, it'll only get better because there's cinematic mode and ProRes. I don't even know if ProRes is in here yet. I don't think so. It's not in here yet, and I mean, I think it'll get better on future generations of iPhones, but at least now there's some cool stuff going on with these cameras. I use them fairly simply. The fact that you even have a 4K, the ability to shoot 4K in a phone is really damn cool to me. And in terms of the quality of, like, it doesn't smudge. The outsides do smudge, but the lenses are really good about not smudging, which I really like. Because I have this in and out of my pocket all day, and it does nothing. It's really cool. And I'm glad, because it takes up like a third of the top of the phone. I have it in a case. I have a screen protector on it. It's pretty much simple, and I really like it. So I guess time for a conclusion. So in terms of conclusion, I just have to say that the iPhone 13 Pro Max, or the 13 Pro and the 13 Pro Max, are fantastic phones in every metric. Great screens, great battery life, great camera, great software support, great design. Every single one of the attributes that make a good phone, it's here. Now, with that being said, it is still an iPhone. If you are an Android fanboy, of course, I would not necessarily recommend this phone. If you just want like an overall incredible phone, this is absolutely a great contender. I'd put it probably my top 5 recommended phones, easily in the top half of that, in the company of some of the highest end Samsung phones and the Pixel Pro, or the Pixel 6 Pro, and a few other phones. I think this is absolutely a fantastic phone. I'd probably give it probably a 9.5 out of 10, because it is such a fantastic phone, and it's a great overall experience, and it is the highest end iPhone that you can get. Well, the Pro Max is, but I have the 256 gig version in graphite. I had the 128 gig iPhone 11 in black. So this is a fantastic phone for people who have iPhone XRs or iPhone 11s, even iPhone 11 Pro users. If you want an upgrade, this is absolutely a great upgrade phone. And if the iPhone 12, 12 Pro, 12 Pro Max users are tired of their battery life, this is also a great upgrade. And I think that it's an absolutely fantastic phone. Can't wait to do an updated review of it in a half a year or a year. And I highly recommend this phone. So I would like to thank you all very much for watching this video. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I will see all of you guys later. Bye.